The various file formats associated with Navisworks generate questions as to the usage of each format. There are three main output file extensions from Navisworks. The first is an NWC. This is called a Navisworks Cache file. There is an NWF. That's called the Navisworks file set. And last but not least, there is an NWD. This is a native Navisworks model. Let's take a look at the file types in Navisworks. The first type of file is called the NWC. These are considered cache file and will speed up access to commonly used files. This file acts as the interpreter between Navisworks and the software you're using. NWC files are to be considered reference files and not working files. So, an NWC file cannot be saved. When you open any kind of file directly, a cache file with the NWC extension is created in the same folder with the same name as the original file. When you export a file from, say, Revit, that export will generate an NWC file. The second type of file is called the NWF. This is considered the project file and it's a file that you will open each time when you want to perform analysis, 4D scheduling, animations, etc. No actual model geometry is saved with this file, but it does contain Navisworks information, such as review markups, saved viewpoints and materials. This file will actually contain live links to the contributing NWC files. So any changes to the referenced original appended files, either in AutoCAD or Revit file, or exported a Revit model to NWC, will automatically be displayed in the NWF file. So that means if you send an NWF model to somebody, you need to include all the links. As you can see here, the NWF has a live link to either NWC, AutoCAD, or whatever file type you have into it. This file will typically be small in file size. The third type of file is called an NWD. This file is basically a photograph of the NWF at a specific point in time. You publish the NWF file to NWD format, and all of the appended linked files are bound into the NWD file. Besides the bound information of 3D model geometry, it also contains all the Navisworks specific information that was included in the NWF. The NWD allows you to share the information with someone else without being required to send all of the referenced files. A person only needs the free Navisworks Freedom software to view the NWD file, although the file can be opened with any of the Navisworks versions. So, in conclusion, we have an NWC, an NWF, and an NWD. NWC is basically a temporary thread-specific file. NWF is basically your working file that links to your NWC files. And the NWD is the bound file you can send to your friends and family. Let's see next lecture how we can open files in Navisworks.